Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another video. So today we are going to discuss why you should not chase men. What? Why you should not chase men? Yeah, that's right. You should stop chasing and start shining because you're a beautiful little princess. And why you should not chase men. Anyways, who is this video for? This video is for anyone who's ever felt like they're putting away more effort in a relationship or potential relationship than the other person because you are the princess and he is not. We're going to talk about why chasing men can actually hurt your chances of finding a healthy, happy connection. We'll explore the common traps, the negative feelings that come with it, and how to shift your focus to attract genuine love. We're gonna try this together, girl. Jesus. And gays. The girls and the gays. So what problems are we covering in here? We'll be covering the exhausting cycle of chasing, because nothing worse than chasing a fucking man. Feelings that you're not good enough because you have to try so hard. Attracting the wrong kind of attention or people who do not value you. Losing yourself in the pursuit, and how to regain your power and attract someone who sees your worth. Deal? All right. Topic number 1. The why are you even doing this kind of trap. Understanding the chase. So our first talking point is what does chasing even looks like when you are always initiating all the contacts. You're the one who's always texting the guy, but he doesn't necessarily do anything about it. Sometimes he just gives you a simple one-worded answer, just like they're not even trying to engage in the conversation. You might be planning all of your dates. You might be the one who's giving all of the ideas. You're the one who's always asking if your clothing looks good. When is it gonna be the next time you guys gonna meet each other, or if you're always the one who is going to apologize about whatever happened, right? Because he wants to apologize about something because he's a fucking princess. Why does it feel so natural to chase sometimes? So very often we do have this idea that love is a Disney princess fairy tale, and life is actually not a fucking fairy tale. So we are always so accustomed to have this, perfect love, and we need to find love. We gotta find love at all times, and we gotta do everything for love. But what we don't really know is that not every love is healthy. Not every love is good for you, right? And we are always seeking. We are always desiring to have these connections. We may turn on the TV and you're gonna see on your soap opera that beautiful couple who are constantly in love. They're constantly living a love story, and you see somebody else with a love story, and it's, again, people are different. People are fucking idiots sometimes. So you don't really want to necessarily be chasing for love all the time. You also may have past experiences. Maybe you had a nice boyfriend or a husband in the past who actually treated you well. Maybe not so much, but still you want to feel validated. You want to feel like you have something to pursue. You want to have something to look out for. Not always is a good idea. You may have the immediate feeling of exhaustion and frustration that comes with always being the initiator. It gets old at some point, and if you're always doing that, and if that person doesn't respond the way you wanted to, next time you meet a different person, you're going to do all the very same things. And it's always like you're teaching all of these men, all of these people, how to simply ignore you. So you may look very needy at some point. And just understand, this is just a common experience. It is not only you. Our dating scene is completely fucked. Ever since the starting of social media, things have become quite weird and quite different. We got Tinder and we got Grindr, and everything is very instantaneous. Everything is almost like you're ordering food on DoorDash. It's the instant gratification. And sometimes what you're looking for is not necessarily what the other person is looking for. So what have we just covered on this little topic over here? We were recognizing the behaviors and understanding that it is a widespread issue. Okay, you're not alone. And this is not necessarily just because you're failing at this. It's just the way it is. It's just the current dating scene. So if we know what chasing is and we know it feels bad, why do so many of us keep doing it? And what's really going on behind the scene? Ready for the next topic? So we got into topic number 2. The I am enough or am I not enough mindset. Chasing as a sign of low self-worth. So first talking point over here. We got the subconscious thought that if I don't chase, they will disappear. So girlfriend, first thing that you need to know, they're not going to disappear. They're going to stay in the very same place. Just know that. They won't go, and especially men, they won't go anywhere. They will stay at the very same place. And if you let them on their DMs and if you do not block them, guess what? They will find a way to come back to you somehow. Even if they come over with that excuse that they still want to be friends. There is no such a thing, by the way. Thank you, next. So many of us may confuse effort with connection, thinking that more effort equals more love when it can actually equal desperation. Just so remember, the more you try to go after that person, the more they will feel like, oh, I don't need to do anything. They will always come back to me. Why am I putting in any effort? They will always come back to me. So that is why it is always important to give people space. You gotta give people space to do whatever they want. And then if they feel like they really want to, then they will come back to us. You know, it's okay if you want to contact once in a while, maybe once a day, just so they know that you're alive. But even still, when you show them that you're alive, I almost feel like it's kind of a desperation kind of move. But again, you need to start identifying where, the line of the sand goes. We got to understand how chasing reinforces the idea that you are the problem if they are not interested, rather than realizing that they might simply not be the right fit. Yeah, the more you do, the more you chase, you will still think that you are the problem. Just understand that you're completely unique, okay? And I think that the right person will actually come to you without any effort. They will actually start chasing you. And if you guys do fit for each other, guess what? Then you can start doing the chasing if you want to. Even though I am not really a person who will approve of that. I really don't like chasing man nowadays. I used to a whole lot when I was younger. Nowadays I'm like, I get to understand that I am the way I am, and I cannot really force people to like me. And the more I try to want and try to have people to like me, the more then I will get a slap on the face, and I really don't feel like having that. So by doing all of that will damage your confidence when your constant efforts are not reciprocated. Again, the more you push yourself out there and the more you don't get reciprocated, the more you're gonna feel like shit. You don't want that. And this whole shebang over here that we're doing is not really about blaming yourself. It's about understanding the patterns that we all fall into. So if you have been the kind of person who's constantly going after someone else, and this is not really necessarily just about men, because I'm just saying man because most of my current viewership is women. Most of my viewership are people that are looking for relationships and whatnot. They do have questions about relationships. Many of them will feel like, yeah, they want to chase somebody. They want to have that perfect life. And we, first of all, got to look into ourselves before we actually start looking for somebody else. And sometimes the hardest step in the game is admitting when we are in the wrong. And at the moment you do that, everything changes. So what have we looked into this last topic here? We have addressed the deeply ingrained feeling of inadequacy that often fuels chasing behavior, and offering a new perspective that shifts the blame away from the self. Not always you're the one to blame. Sometimes it's the other. And sometimes it's you who's chasing way too much. By the way, if you ever felt that way, drop a yes in the comments, okay? Please do. Very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Topic number 3. The ghosting and flakes phenomenon. What chasing attract? Ooh, that is a good one. So first talking point, when you're always the one reaching out, you tend to attract people who are comfortable being pursued, not people who actively pursue you. So I like to give a good analogy here between the bee and the flower. Okay, so just imagine that you are a beautiful flower in a spring, sunny day, a sunny spring day, and you are the flower. You just sit there, you look pretty, you already do enough. Many of you, at least on my viewership, do love some makeup, do love some beauty supplies, do love doing all of that. Not necessarily for others, but even for yourself. So just try to understand that you are already doing all of that. If you are a gay man, just think about how you are the one, most likely, I don't know, the one who does all of the prepping and getting ready and all of that stuff. I don't need to tell you what it is, but you probably already know what I'm talking about. But just understand that if you are already doing all of that work, there is really nothing wrong with being just a tiny bit pursued. Okay, just let it go and just be a little flower that you are. Let them come over. Let the bee stop at the flower. Okay. Why guys who are genuinely interested usually make their interest known without you having to beg for it? Yeah, because men who are usually interested will just simply get out of their way. They will feel attracted to you somehow, whether that may be your perfume, your cologne, your makeup, your beauty, your badonkadong, your titties. It can be anything. Okay, but a man who's actually interested in you will actually come out. They will jump into your DMs and they will do something about it. Even sending a dick pic. Not that I'm completely okay with receiving random dick pics on their DMs, but I'm pretty sure that women do receive those, and you should probably, if you're not comfortable with that shit, you should nip them in the bud right away. But men who are actually interested will actually chase. That's what men are about. That's why I have a dick microphone here. Look, you see? Because it reminds of action. They chase. You are the flower. You stay there. You look pretty. That's all you gotta do, baby. Now we're gonna look into the cycle of inconsistency. You chase, they respond vaguely, and then you chase again, and they disappear, and then you chase because you're confused. Yeah, just imagine someone, a whole lot of men like to do that. I say that because I've seen plenty of it, and in the gay scene especially, we are very instant, if you know what I mean. It's almost like ordering DoorDash. Very often, men will give you just a tiny bit of attention just to keep you satisfied. So then your reward system will be like, oh my God, I think he likes me, so I'm gonna start chasing a little bit. So you do that mini chasing. Then after a little while, guess what? He disappears, and then you try it again. And instead of maybe setting up a call or, setting up a date, they will just give you a small answer, and then they will disappear for days, and so on. Let's say you actually have a first encounter, and you probably may have thought that it was amazing, but then guess what? They may have 10 other girls on the line. So how does that work? Right? So you don't necessarily know if this person is actually invested on you or if they are just a bee going in multiple flowers. So if that person is really interested, they will come to you, period. How chasing can make you a convenient option rather than a priority. That is a great one, actually. The more you chase, the more you show yourself as available, the more you show up as available. So If you show yourself as a convenient option, guess what? They know for a fact that every single time they call you up, you're gonna answer. If you respond to every single booty call, guess what? They will know that you are the right one for that kind of stuff. If you answer for whatever that may be, they will call you for that kind of stuff. And they won't necessarily put you as a priority as a person. They just know you're there for a good time, not necessarily for a long time. Because if you clicked on this video, you're probably looking for someone who is long lasting, somebody who's gonna stay with you for a very long time. Anyways, into this topic, we have just looked at understanding why chasing after leads to frustrating dating experiences and attracting unreliable partners. You do not want to have that. So if chasing is attracting the wrong energy, what should you be doing instead? How can you flip the script? Don't forget to hit that like button if this resonated with you. It's gonna help us reach more people who needed to hear this. And if you do have someone who needs to hear this, just share. That will help me a lot too. Topic number 4. Reclaiming your power. The shift from chasing to radiating. Ooh. What does it mean to radiate? It means focusing on your own life, your own passions, and happiness. So remember when I was just giving you the flower and the bee analogy? It's about yourself. You just gotta sit and you gotta look pretty. If you like doing makeup, just go try 50 different makeup tutorials. If you like going to the salon, go to the salon. If you need to get your nails done, just do so. If you're a guy and let's say you need to get your nails done, you can do that too. You can go to the barber. You can do many, many things. If you like singing, just spend time on your hobbies. If you like painting, do so. If you like doing YouTube videos out there, guess what? I'm gonna do that. Oh, but why do you say doing your YouTube videos if no one, you're supposed to be out there? Well, I know for a fact that if somebody is actually interested, they will see my video out there and there will be a crazy one who's probably gonna try to hit my DM somehow, period. So that's why you need to radiate. You need to take care of yourself so well, take care of, focus on improving yourself so much that chasing other people is not really an option. The attractive power of self-sufficiency and confidence. Just remember, women who are completely self-sufficient, people who are completely self-sufficient don't need to chase anybody because they know their own worth. They know exactly what they're all about. Being confident on having your own opinion, having your own things, knowing exactly what you want and knowing exactly what you like. People love that kind of stuff. Don't be a pick-me-sha. When you're not chasing, you have more energy to invest in yourself and your own well-being. As I said, you use that time to improve your hobbies, improve on yourself, your makeup. If you like going shopping, if you got the money to go shopping, then you go shopping. You go do whatever you want. But use that time and energy for something that will be productive to yourself, not chasing somebody else who's not giving you back what you want. Allowing space for genuine connection. When you're not constantly initiating, you can see who actually makes an effort to connect with you. And that is very much true. Every single time, you're not constantly chasing everybody unless you try to make a sale. Unless you're trying to make a sale, that will be the case, right? You go and you talk to everybody and you do a bunch of networking just so you can be known, you can be seen by everybody. But when you just sit in your own power, you just sit in your own spot, the people who are actually truly interested, they will come out of the woods just to talk to you somehow. And also, it is important to set up boundaries and expecting reciprocity. Some people can be a little bit too much, and some people are also clueless. They can be very clueless. So letting them know what you actually like and what you actually do, what you actually expect out of a relationship may be pretty important, just so they know exactly that they can't go over certain boundaries, or they can't go over a expectation, or they can under deliver on your expectations, if you know what I mean. And just remember, this is about respect and knowing your own value. There's nothing wrong with having standards. Just set them fucking sky high, and guess what? They can deal with it. All right, by this topic, we have just covered providing a clear, actionable alternative to chasing that empowers you and shift focus to self-growth and attraction. Just remember, just go do your own thing. If you ain't that pretty, you can just make YouTube videos out there just so people get to know you somehow, and you can help other people, just bringing you nice information. All right, topic number 5. Attracting the right one. Quote, the right one. The two-way street of effort. First talking point here is that what genuine interest looks like. Someone who actually initiates, they will make plans, they will ask about your days, and they will invest time. I will give you this as a actually personal one. I am a very introverted person, and once upon a time I used to have a husband. I'm a widower now, but whatever. Not the point. But I did not have that. And my husband back in the day would get extremely frustrated with me because, number one, I had a language barrier, right? And I did not know exactly what to say, what to ask all the time. But one day he was crying that I would never ask about his day. So asking about somebody's day shows that they're actually interested in you. It shows that they want to know what you're going through. They want to know what's up with you. You can also do that to a person, or you can expect them to do so. And that's how you know somebody actually wants to know if you're actually doing well, and not about just showing some titty pic, showing some, stuff. You got to find out. The beauty of effortless connection when both people are excited and putting in effort. So let's say that person is like every single day, they may not be the best person ever. Like they may not be the best looking or, anything. But they do put in the effort, and they actually ask you about your day. They actually hold on a conversation. They don't give you a simple one-worded answer. It shows that you both are actually doing this, and it feels much better. How stopping the chase allows you to see who is willing to meet you halfway. Ask yourself. There is a difference between someone who is interested and someone who is invested. And again, someone who is interested will show up every single day on your feed. They may send you a text every single day. But someone who is actually invested will always escalate to something else. Okay? If they are invested, they will actually invest in something else. Whether that may be, I don't know, they call you for dinner, but just understand there are people who uses dinner just to get something else from. And then, some of you guys may even think, was like, oh my God, Ellen, are we just really just trying to play games? I don't think you're really playing games. You just you're observing the actions of this person, and then you are having high standards and ensuring that you have an actual good connection with somebody else, because you deserve someone who's actually is just excited about you just as you are excited about them. You don't necessarily need to be a complete evil queen. I am a complete evil queen. You gotta understand that. I am a complete evil queen. But, it's nice when you actually have somebody who you can have things that are both ways, and not necessarily always you chasing them. All right. And some people are actually comfortable with just doing the chasing. There are men out there who are actually chasers. They enjoy the chase. They enjoy some sort of challenge. Okay, just remember, you deserve something that is good for you and someone who's actually gonna take care of you. Alrighty, so this whole chapter, we just offered you a vision of what a healthy, balanced relationship actually looks like and how to recognize it by observing another person's actions. They will actually do things. They will actually set up a timeout with you, so you guys can do whatever you want to do, whatever is your, best way of having fun. If you're ready to stop chasing and start radiating, subscribe to the channel so you can get more tips on building healthy relationships and boosting your confidence. That was completely off the computer. That one over there was like 100% that call to action, but you can always start radiating and subscribe. Topic number 6. Yay, we're almost done. Your worth isn't up for debate. We got final thoughts and moving forward. Yay. So just let's try to build up from the last topic that we just had here. We're just gonna conclude with a little more reinforcement, okay? Number 1, chasing dilutes your value. Radiating amplifies it. So remember of the flower and the bee analogy I gave you at the beginning of the video. It is pretty much that you are a flower. You just sit pretty, okay? You just sit over there, you are pretty, and the bees will come to you. The more you focus on yourself, the more you focus on your talents, the more you focus on your beauty, your hobbies, whatever that may be. Okay, let's say you like going to the gym, you're gonna look even hotter. So these people actually come towards you because you have a nice skill, because you have beauty, because your body looks great. All of those things. It could be 100,000 reasons, right? Just remember that chasing will dilute, because the time that you could be using to improve yourself, you're chasing other people out there. Your worth is inherent and it doesn't need to be earned through pursuit, okay? Just reinforcing that very same thought that we had. You gotta know your value. You gotta know where you stand at, because the more you do take care of yourself, the more people will see it. The more you obsess about yourself, the more people will obsess over you. That's how it works. The journey of self-love is the most attractive thing you can do. And I just say that, okay? The more you take care of yourself, the more you are obsessed with yourself, someone else will see that. And that will start attracting all sorts of people that want to learn that. That will start attracting people who want to have just a tiny bit of that. Focus on building a life you love, and the right people will be drawn to your light. This talks about authenticity. So I don't necessarily just talk about a beauty standpoint or improving yourself through hobby standpoint. I also want to talk about authenticity. The more you share, or the more you stand where what your actually likes and dislikes are, the more you stay, the more you understand what are things that you enjoy and what you dislike, the more you will start filtering people who are supposed or not supposed to be around you. Okay? Don't be a pick-me-sha. Don't be a pick-me girl. If you don't know what a pick-me-sha means, don't be a pick-me girl. What you like is what you like. If the other person does not like the things that you like, guess what? They can go away. And that is in general, not necessarily just about men, but that's relationships in general. That can be about friends, acquaintances, and whatnot. Empowerment comes from knowing you have options and choosing what is best for you. And as I said, just as friendships and with men in general, the more you know exactly what you like and what your boundaries are, You will have options. Don't make a fuss about it. Don't worry about it. You will have options and you will be able to choose. You are the main character of your life. Be your main character. Don't be somebody else's character. And it is okay to step out and let things unfold naturally. You don't necessarily need to be invested 100% of the time on that person. You don't need to be necessarily 100% of the time invested on that relationship. It's okay to step out and do other things and take care of yourself. Go to the doctor, go get your nails done, get your hair done, do whatever you want to do. Go find new perfume, get a BBL, put on some silicone, whatever you want to do. Okay? It's you. Just you. It's your stuff. You take care of yourself and the right people will approach you. And that is not only for men. I repeat that. All right. With this last topic, we have just provided a final empowering message that solidifies the video's core message. Okay. And I'm here just trying to motivate you to embrace your own value and focus on self-love instead of constantly chasing somebody else. All right. So tell me, what's one thing you're going to stop chasing and start radiating in your life? Share it in the comments down below and let's inspire each other. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. Just understand that when you do so, any engagement you do, you hit a like button, you leave me a comment, you subscribe to the channel, that sends YouTube a message that this content is helping someone out there. And the more you do that, the more that motivates me also to start creating more stuff you would like to see. Also, tell me in the comments if you want me to talk about another topics out there that you might be interested on. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.